Somewhere in a parking lot right now, a brand new truck is ticking, and it is not the engine cooling down, it is the sound of a lifter dying from the inside out. Across America, 7 engines built in the last few years are quietly turning brand new trucks and SUVs into six-figure gambles, and most owners have no idea until the check engine light flashes on a highway at 70 miles an hour. We are talking about spun bearings, cracked pistons, timing chains stretching themselves to failure, and turbochargers that give out before the odometer even hits 30,000 miles. These are not obscure engines buried in rare imports either. These are engines sitting in some of the best-selling trucks and SUVs in the entire country. Vehicles parked in driveways in every single state right now. If you are shopping for a new vehicle in 2026, or if you already own one of these, stay with me, because this list could save you tens of thousands of dollars. Before we get into the countdown, if you want more honest breakdowns like this one, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because AutoWorth posts new engine and reliability breakdowns every single week, and you do not want to miss the ones coming right after this list. Stick around until the very end, too, because the number one engine on this list touches more American driveways than any other entry here, and there is a very real chance it is sitting in your garage right now. Number 7. The Jaguar Land Rover Ingenium 2-liter turbo, found under the hood of the Defender, the Discovery Sport, the Evoque, and the F-Pace. On paper, this engine looked like a fresh start for a brand that desperately needed one, smaller, lighter, and more efficient than the old units it replaced. In real driveways, it became something else entirely. Owners report timing chains stretching within the first 3 years. And once that chain slips even a fraction, valves and pistons collide, turning a routine service into a full engine replacement, costing well over $10,000. The chain tensioners themselves are a known weak point, and mechanics describe a rattling noise on cold starts that dealerships routinely dismiss as normal, right up until the day the engine locks up completely. Oil dilution is another quiet killer, fuel seeping past the piston rings and thinning the oil until it can no longer protect the internals. And by the time the dashboard warns the driver, damage has often already begun. Turbochargers on these engines have failed well under 60,000 miles in documented cases, an unacceptable number for a vehicle that can carry a sticker price north of $70,000. Repair estimates for a full timing chain replacement on an Ingenium-equipped Defender routinely land between $4,000 and $8,000, and that is before shops even open the engine to check for secondary damage. Independent reliability surveys consistently rank Land Rover near the bottom of the industry, year after year, and the Ingenium engine is a major reason why, because a beautiful interior and genuine off-road ability mean very little when the heart of the vehicle cannot be trusted to survive its own warranty period. Extended warranty companies have taken notice too, some quietly raising premiums or excluding this engine family entirely, which tells you everything you need to know about how the people who actually price risk for a living view this powertrain. Number 6. The Ford 5-liter Coyote V8. Specifically the 2024 and 2025 versions found in the F-150 and the Mustang GT. This is shocking to a lot of people because the Coyote name has represented dependable American muscle for over a decade. The redesigned version, though, introduced a genuine manufacturing problem, connecting rod failures traced back to inconsistent machining tolerances at the factory. When a rod lets go inside a V8, it does not fail quietly. It punches straight through the engine block, and owners have documented this happening with shockingly low mileage, sometimes under 10,000 miles from the dealer lot. Ford issued a limited warranty extension after the pattern became impossible to ignore, but extensions do not erase the anxiety of driving a brand new truck, wondering if today is the day the bottom end gives out. Compounding the issue, the direct injection system on these engines is prone to carbon buildup on the intake valves far earlier than older Coyote generations, robbing power and requiring expensive walnut blasting services that most owners never even knew existed until their mechanic broke the news. For a platform that built its reputation on being the reliable choice next to flashier turbocharged rivals, this generation has badly damaged that trust, and resale buyers are already starting to ask sellers for build dates before they even consider a test drive. Some Ford dealerships have gone as far as pulling affected build date trucks off their lots entirely, quietly holding them until the extended inspection and rework process is complete, which means even shoppers walking onto a dealership today are not fully insulated from this issue. Mustang GT owners face an added layer of frustration, since many bought the car specifically for spirited driving, only to be told that hard acceleration and track use are exactly the conditions most likely to expose a weak connecting rod. Number 5. The Honda 1.5-liter turbo, powering the Civic, the CR-V, and the Accord, 3 of the best-selling vehicles in the entire country. Honda spent decades building a reputation on bulletproof engines, which makes this entry all the more painful. The signature problem is oil dilution caused by unburned fuel washing past the piston rings during short trips and cold weather driving, a scenario that describes the daily commute of millions of American drivers. Over time, diluted oil loses its ability to lubricate properly, accelerating wear on bearings and camshafts, and in a disturbing number of documented cases, the oil level has actually risen above the safe fill line from trapped fuel, a condition that can lead to catastrophic engine failure if left unaddressed. Honda issued a class action settlement covering the earlier version of this engine, yet complaints continued well into the newer model years, with owners in colder states reporting the fuel smell on the dipstick as a recurring nightmare. Turbo failures, while less common than the dilution issue, have also appeared earlier than expected, particularly in vehicles used mostly for short errands rather than highway driving. The frustrating part for owners is that this is not a niche performance engine buried in a rare trim. It is the default engine in some of the most popular family cars on the road, meaning the exposure to this problem touches an enormous number of everyday households. Owners in states like Minnesota, Michigan, and New York, where cold starts and short commutes are simply a fact of daily life, report the issue far more often than owners in warmer climates. Which means the very buyers who chose Honda, specifically for dependable winter driving, are the ones most exposed to the problem. Speaking of everyday households making expensive mistakes, if this list is opening your eyes even a little, drop a comment below telling us which one surprised you most, because your comments genuinely help this channel reach more people who need to see this before they sign a loan. And if you know someone who is currently truck shopping, this might be the perfect moment to send them this video before they walk onto a dealership lot unprepared. Number 4. The BMW N63 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 found in the X5, the X7, the 550i, and the 750i. This engine has earned a nickname among mechanics, the Nightmare V8, and it did not earn that title by accident. The turbochargers sit inside the engine valley rather than on the outside of the block, a clever packaging choice for performance that turned into a maintenance disaster because reaching them for repair requires pulling the entire engine or dropping the subframe, turning a routine turbo replacement into a labor bill running into the thousands of dollars before parts are even considered. Excessive oil consumption is almost a rite of passage for N63 owners, with some vehicles burning through a full quart every 700 to 1,000 miles due to worn valve stem seals, a design flaw BMW never fully resolved across the engine's production run. Timing chain guides made of plastic wear down and can shatter inside the engine, sending debris through the oil system and causing damage that often exceeds the value of the vehicle itself. High-pressure fuel pump failures are common enough that many long-term owners keep a spare in the garage, because when it fails, the car simply will not start. For a brand built on the promise of ultimate engineering, the N63 has instead become a cautionary tale. where a badge that once meant prestige now makes savvy used car shoppers walk the other way the moment they see it under the hood. Independent BMW specialists half joke that owning one of these engines past the warranty period is less like owning a car, and more like adopting a very expensive, very needy pet, one that demands a full valve stem seal job costing several $1,000s just to stop it from drinking oil like a much older, higher mileage engine. Number 3. The Toyota 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6, known internally as the V35A, powering the Tundra, the Lexus LX, and the Lexus GX. Toyota built its entire global reputation on engines that simply refuse to die, which makes this one especially painful for loyal owners. Shortly after launch, Toyota was forced to issue a major recall after discovering metal debris left inside the engine during manufacturing, debris capable of causing catastrophic bearing failure and complete engine seizure with almost no warning. Owners described driving on the highway when the engine simply locked up, some experiencing total power loss at speed, a terrifying failure mode for a full-size truck often loaded with family or towing a trailer. Toyota's response involved inspecting and in many cases fully replacing engines under warranty, an enormous and costly undertaking that nonetheless left a lasting scar on buyer confidence, especially among longtime Toyota families who had never once had to think twice about an engine before. Beyond the recall itself, owners continue to report rough idling, unusual knocking sounds under load, and turbocharger whine that dealerships often struggle to diagnose. For a brand that buyers specifically choose because they want to avoid exactly this kind of drama, the V35A has become the exception that proves reliability can no longer be assumed just because the badge on the hood says Toyota. Some Tundra owners have described waiting several months for a replacement engine to arrive, driving loaner vehicles that do not match the capability of the truck they actually paid for. And towing customers in particular have been left without a usable work vehicle during peak season, a real financial hit for anyone relying on that truck to earn a living. Number 2. The Stellantis 3-liter Hurricane Inline-6, replacing the beloved Hemi V8 in the Ram 1500, the Wagoneer, and the Grand Wagoneer. Stellantis marketed this engine as the future, twin-turbocharged, more efficient, and more powerful than the V8 it retired, and on a spec sheet it genuinely impressed. In practice, owners have documented turbocharger failures occurring in shockingly low-mileage vehicles, sometimes within the first year of ownership, leaving trucks stranded and dealerships scrambling for replacement parts that are frequently on back order for weeks at a time. The engine runs hotter than the V8 it replaced, and that additional heat has been linked to premature wear on internal components, along with reports of coolant leaks developing from stressed gaskets and hoses never designed for this level of thermal load. Stellantis as a company has faced a wave of recalls and quality complaints across nearly its entire lineup in recent years. And the Hurricane engine sits right at the center of that storm, appearing in some of the brand's most expensive vehicles, including the Grand Wagoneer with a price tag well into 6 figures. Buyers who traded a proven Hemi for the promise of modern efficiency have in many cases traded reliability for a science project still working out its growing pains. And the used market has already begun to reflect that hesitation with steep discounts on early Hurricane-equipped trucks. Ram loyalists who spent years defending the brand against critics now find themselves defending an engine with barely 3 years of real-world data behind it, and online forums that used to be filled with towing tips and camper builds are now filled with turbo failure threads and warranty claim horror stories instead. Number 1. The GM 6.2-liter V8, known as the L87, found in the Silverado, the Sierra, the Tahoe, the Yukon, and the Escalade, some of the highest volume vehicles GM sells in America. This is the big one because it touches an enormous share of full-size truck and SUV owners across the country. The core problem is a spun main bearing, a failure so severe it typically destroys the engine entirely and requires a full replacement rather than a repair. GM issued an unprecedented stop sales and delivery hold on new vehicles equipped with this engine while investigating the pattern, an extraordinary move for one of the most popular engines in America. Owners have reported the failure happening with startlingly low mileage. In some documented cases, under 1,000 miles from the factory, meaning brand new six-figure Escalades and Yukons have been towed away on flatbeds before their first oil change was even due. GM's official explanation pointed to inconsistent machining tolerances on certain engine batches, but for owners sitting in a dead truck on the side of the road, the technical explanation offers little comfort, and it certainly does not cover the cost of a tow truck or a rental vehicle while the dealership sources a replacement long block. Beyond the headline-bearing failure, owners also report excessive oil consumption and lifter tick noises that mechanics associate with early stage wear, even in engines that have not yet suffered total failure. For a company built on the reputation of the small block V8, an engine family with over 60 years of trust behind it, this failure represents one of the most damaging reliability stories in the brand's modern history, and it is exactly why this engine takes the top spot on this list. What makes this especially painful is the price range involved, since this engine sits under everything from a mid-trim Silverado work truck to a fully loaded Escalade costing well over $100,000. Meaning the risk is not limited to budget buyers, it stretches across the entire income spectrum of GM's most loyal customers. That brings us to the end of the countdown. 7 engines, 7 expensive lessons, and 1 clear takeaway. A badge you trust and a price tag that impresses you mean nothing if the engine underneath cannot survive its own warranty period. Notice that this list is not filled with obscure imports or forgotten brands. It is filled with some of the biggest names in the American car market. Brands that built entire advertising campaigns around the words dependable, proven, and bulletproof. And yet here we are, watching those same names issue stop sale orders and class action settlements over engines that failed before the new car smell even wore off. Before you buy anything on this list, get a pre-purchase inspection, check for open recalls, and read the owner forums for that exact engine and model year, because 5 minutes of research now can save you tens of thousands of dollars later. Ask the dealer directly about the build date, ask whether the specific vehicle in front of you was part of any stop sale or extended inspection, and never let a smooth sales pitch rush you past a question that could save your bank account. If this breakdown helped you, tap that like button, subscribe to AutoWorth for more honest engine and reliability breakdowns, and tell us in the comments which one on this list shocked you the most. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.